Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. This week is a repeat of an earlier Brawl. It's the Great Summoner Competition. This is probably the best Brawl that they've ever had, which is that whenever you play a spell, you get a random minion of the same cost as the spell. Now, if you play this Brawl for like 2 seconds, you're going to find everybody's a goddamn Druid. I'm of the opinion that Druid is, in fact, the very best class to play in this Brawl. Not only do Druids have a lot of spells, meaning you can easily fill your deck with spells without having to put anything bad in, but the spells are really, really good. Druids have tons of removal, mass removal, some really good bonuses, like 6-mana spells that don't suck. You got your Force of Nature, Savage Roar combo, which often closes out games. You can notice there's even a couple of singletons in my deck, like Mark of the Wild, Mark of Nature, and Bite, which are not bad spells, but there's just so much good stuff you can't fit everything in. One thing I will say, a lot of people like to play, I see Nourish a lot. I get the feeling a lot of people are playing 2 in the deck. I'm actually not a very big fan of Nourish. If you're winning, you don't need those extra cards all that much. You certainly don't need 2 copies of it in one game. And a 5-mana spell that gives you a 5-drop and does something useful so you can play it on an empty board is nice, but realistically, the board's not usually gonna actually be empty. With so many minions being dropped and people just getting minions all over the place, so I think 1 Nourish is the way to go. I also don't like to play with Tree of Life, because as hilarious as it would be to get a 9-mana dragon, I just find the games should be decided by turn 9, and if it's not, then Tree of Life is too slow. Anyway, we're up against a rogue. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and open my mouth real wide so I can stick my foot in it by the time this game is done. But if I see anyone who's not a druid, I'm just like, well, this person's a putz and is gonna get crushed. So that's what I'm thinking about this rogue. I mean, I'm just being honest, and I'm sure I'm gonna lose. And when I do, I will eat my words, and that'll be great. But typically, you just should expect that unless the person you're playing is a druid, they're probably a noob. And just, trying out this Brawl for the first time. I don't think I really realized the dominance of Druid the last time this Brawl was out, but it's certainly really obvious this time up. Now, my hand isn't great. I don't have anything to play on an empty board, but I will go ahead and play Soul of the Forest. This obviously is something you'd rather play when you actually have at least 1 creature out, but the minion that you summon appears before the spell resolves, so Soul of the Forest is playable on an empty board. It's just not quite as ideal. Alright, so I've got the Wild Growth, mana advantage, I've got really good removal, I've got a fairly resilient creature here, unless of course she plays a Sap, which you should play as a rogue. This is junk. I mean, it deals damage to the hero, but it just is not a very good spell compared to some of the things other classes have. Alright, she's gonna head crack me. Oh my god, this is definitely not how you want to play this Brawl. Although, again, I'm prepared to eat my words if I end up losing this game, but this is just, you just don't want to go for that kind of slow burnout. How do we want to do this? Well, I think we're just going to keep it simple. I will kill, let's see, I want to claw the dummy. No, I don't want to claw the dummy. I want to claw the Flame Imp. So we're going to swipe the Technician, and then claw the Imp. And then Innervate is good to have, but I'll save it for another day. One nice thing about this Brawl, as a Druid, you can actually use Innervate fairly late. It can help you get like the Savage Roar combo and something else, like a Power of the Wild, for instance. I should have probably played around Betrayal better, but that's fine. So she's taking some damage here. That Sheep is a pretty good flip for her. This is a pretty bad flip. This is completely useless. Alright, so let's think. I mean, this tree is dead to the sheep regardless. Do I want to Starfire just for the sake of Starfiring? I'm going to Starfire just to get a 6-drop, but first I guess let's pop the sheep. So, let's Starfire up. Got a pretty good 6-drop, but let's face it, most 6-drops are pretty good. Dark Whispers is a really nice one. This is a Goblins versus Gnomes card, so if you don't have it, I don't think I ever, I don't know if I crafted this or not. I might have crafted it, or I might have just had it already from opening packs. I really don't think this opponent's going to be able to burn me out quick enough, but she sure is trying. This is one of those things where, like, it seems like a good idea, like, oh yeah, I'll just, like, use Head Crack and keep getting the card back, but it's just too slow. So let's think about this. I could go for Dark Whispers and hit her in the face. Of course, that's vulnerable to sap and assassinate. Or I could just take my time killing her stuff. Let's just kill her stuff. Alright, got a pretty good card for this brawl. Should I innervate Power of the Wild? Let's go ahead and do it. I'm wasting a mana, but I'm getting to the point where I have a feeling if I don't do this now, I'm never going to use that innervate. Let's get an extra damage on. I'm basically threatening lethal with Dark Whispers here. I've got to recycle for anything she could play. It's going to be hard for her to clear my board because Karen, of course, regenerates. So she needs a fairly precise hand to do well here. Now this, obviously, well, I could give it Taunt. I don't think that's worth it, though. I'd use a Mark of the Wild or a Mark of Nature on this, maybe, but probably not a Dark Whispers. Alright, is she going to do an Oil Flurry? She might. It doesn't actually kill my board, though. She's going to do it. Is this Trog just going to stick around? Ah, she's got something else. Aha, she's going to play Eviscerate there. Alright, seems reasonable. She got double target dummy, which is pretty good for her because it stops me from, wait, what am I talking about? There's a Wrath for this sheep, which will just clear out her entire board. Now, I could then, of course... Let me actually think about this. Can I win? I got Force of Nature. I should at least consider it. So Force of Nature, Wrath one of the dummies, hit one with one of the trees, and 5 plus 2 other trees. I don't have quite enough. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to Dark Whispers on Mr. Karen here. And I'm going to Wrath the sheep to clear her board and just hit her for 10. So she's being threatened with lethal by my minions. I've also got Force of Nature to just kill her straight. She top decked Sap, which is pretty good as far as things go. And this is a head crack, right? Can't imagine what 3-mana minion she could pull off a head crack, like a what's this? The best one is the Death Lord, the 2/8 with taunt. Because of course nobody's playing with any minions in their deck. But anyway, that just goes to show Druid's just absolutely bonkers in this brawl. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a Druid versus Druid matchup. I've played like 3 Druids in a row before. I feel like people have basically figured out that that's the best class. I used to think that Priest was good because Priests, like Druids, have enough spells that you can fill your deck with spells and not have to put any bad stuff in there. But Druids are just, the spells are just better for Druids with what they can do with the board clearing and everything. We got another Rogue. Well, I'm going to say the same thing. This should be a pretty easy win, because Druids really dominate Rogues in this matchup, but again, I'm prepared to eat my words if I end up losing. Do I keep the Savage Roar? It's like a... I'll keep it. I've got 2 in the deck. I am willing to use it as removal. And I think it's important to keep your removal early on to make sure that you can, you know, stay on top of things in this matchup. Is this the same Rogue? Was I up against Alphaz's before? I can't remember the Rogue's name. These buffs I have as singletons, because they can be really good. The taunt is nice, the extra damage can close out games, but I don't want to rely on them too much because unlike Soul of the Forest, you actually have to have a minion out for these buffs to work, which means if there's an empty board, don't hit the end turn button too soon, which means if there's an empty board, you can't really use those buffs. So, Power of the Wild is just such an amazing card too, because that gives you 2 cards, essentially, and it can also be used to buff everything for, you know, great and terrible damage. I'm gonna use Shadow. What is that? Can't ever remember the name of that card. Savage Roar. There we go. Because I think that getting that kill and keeping my Panther out is important. So it's a little bit tricky for her to kill everything. Rogues aren't the best at mass removal. You got your Betrayal, kind of, Blade Flurry, kind of, Fan of Knives, kind of. They have a lot of these kind ofs, as opposed to just Starfall, which is totally mass removal. And Starfall you end up using a lot as single target damage too. The single target ability of Starfall is actually quite relevant in this brawl, I find. Is she gonna coin into a dagger? She is. She got a little bit unlucky though. She did not get a target dummy, which is what she really would have wanted. to stop my Panther from killing her stuff. Alright, she got two pretty good 2-drops. Both of them survived Starfall. So we're going to go ahead and have to lean pretty heavily on Mark of the Wild. Who do I kill first? Probably that. And then, yeah, that was lucky that she got a Wisp, not a target dummy, off of her coin. Alright, so I got my Nourish, which I'm not that excited about at the moment. The 2 Starfalls I'm definitely more excited about. If she kills this with something, although she can't use Backstab on it, and uses the Mistress of Pain to hit the Summoner, then the Starfall will finish off the Mistress of Pain. But she's actually in a much better position than the previous Rogue was. I have, however, dealt some damage to her. I don't have either Force of Nature or Savage Roar, and there's only one more Savage Roar in here, but even Force of Nature by itself, especially if you can get another Power of the Wild to go with it, can be enough sometimes to close things out. Alright, so she's actually going to sap my Panther, which is pretty good for me, and make a dagger. Okay, this is perfect. So Starfall will clear her board, and she took up some damage, although she's going to heal up. Well, yeah, she took a net of 1 damage. That's fine. And then Starfall clears the board and gives me a 5-drop. I'm pretty down with this. So hopefully it's not a crappy thing. There are a lot of crappy 5-drops, actually, like Antique Healbot is sort of crappy to get. This guy's terrible, so I got a 1-7, which isn't great. The Panther in my hand is probably never going to get played, but I got more removal. I got this, which will take out anything, which is really good. Recycle is really good in this Brawl because you put it in their deck, and if they draw it, that's 1 less spell they have. Now, obviously, if it was a good minion, they can replay it, and that can be game-winning sometimes, but a lot of the times it just ends up sucking. We got a Wisp, which is, again, pretty lucky because that gives me an easy kill with Bolvar here. I got lucky that, not lucky, but she seems not to know that if you get mana reduction on something, then the minion summoned is the reduced cost of the card. It's basically, you get what you paid for, to put it simply. So she got a 4-mana minion, not a 7-mana minion. She is up ahead on cards, but that's fine. I'll kill the Wisp and try my luck with Starfall again. And all the while, I'm just biding my time to get my Savage Roar Force of Nature combo. So as a Druid, if things drag out, you're totally cool with that, generally. Alright, she seems to have nothing else to do. She has a big hand advantage. But it should be okay here. Ah, Starfire is even better, because it gives me a card, and it gives me a 6-drop. Not a bad one. Innervate can be useful. I could actually get this Panther out. Is that worth it? She's got a ton of cards. I'm not gonna put the Panther out. She does have a lot of cards, so she's likely to have a good answer to it. If she ends up using like Deadly Poison Blade Flurry or Oil Flurry or something here, then I'm gonna regret that I had this Panther and my Innervate both die to that. So it's a bit scary. She has a fistful of cards. I mean, I have 6 cards, 8 if you count my minions. She's got the play right here. But let's see what she can do. If she can clear my board out, then I could be in trouble. I mean, Rogues definitely have some good stuff. Sap's great. Assassinate's great. Eviscerate's really good. Sprint can be fun, although I think it has kind of the same problem as Nourish. And that was all she had. Okay. Well, I'm not above swiping a single minion. Ah, not bad. So here, do I play my Healing Touch? Nah, I think this is a good time to just drop the Panther out there. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh my god, I almost missed this. This is exactly what Nourish was made for. Right here, where she's got nothing on the board and I've got mana left to kill. That's where I take my Nourish. Okay, so we got a couple of Forces of Nature. Don't have my other Savage Roar yet, or my other Power of the Wild, but we have the removal for anything. We got a good 5-drop. This is an amazing 5-drop to get in this one, because the 4/7s are so difficult to deal with. Obviously, the Death Rattle is statistically extremely unlikely to be significant, but it's there. Alright, she kills my dummy, and does some damage to Bolvar. I don't exactly understand that, but maybe she has something better to do. Fen of Knives is not super great to play here, because it deals an extra 2 damage to her face from Axe Flinger. Ah, she's going to Eviscerate. Got it. Alright, I got to give a very close look to Force of Nature here. Let's see, what would that be? That would be 6 damage. 6 damage to her face. 6, 10, 11. Not quite enough to kill, and I'm not threatening a lethal. If I go for Dark Whisper, I don't actually have Dark Whispers, so never mind. I could just bite. It's just an interesting idea. Let me just bite here. This seems fine. So we'll bite. Kill that thing before it becomes a problem. Kill the imp. The mech warper's totally irrelevant because she's not going to be playing with mechs. Let's do that. And let's put a Mark of Nature down on my second best creature. So she's really going to have to come up with something creative. I guess the rogues could be playing with Vanish, which is not bad. You get a 6-drop and... No, what am I talking about? I'm sorry. Vanish is terrible. Sorry, Vanish, because the creature that you summon comes before the spell resolves. So you just clear out everything, but you don't get anything left over. She finds the sap. At long last. I could use Boulevard to hit this Mech Warper and then Starfall to clear her board, currently. She's got the oil. Does she have a Blade Flurry? Does she have the Blade Flurry? She does. Alright. So Starfall clears out most of her board. So does Force of Nature, though. And this gives me a 6-drop. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and... because I've got 2 Forces of Nature. I might as well use one here. Now I could Shapeshift to kill that, but these are dead anyway, so whatever. Let's just kill her stuff. And I'll play Healing Touch. It wastes a little bit of the health. Well, that was a really lucky flip. I got pretty much the best possible 3-drop in the entire game. I got a 5/5. I could have gone for her face because I've got more burn with Starfire. But I figure, you know, time is on my side. I can just drag things out until I get my other Savage Roar. Oh, she got a pretty bad flip with that Doomsayer. This means everything's going to die at the start of her next turn. So I could actually do something kind of interesting here. I could just go Force of Nature and hit her in the face with it. But no, then the 6-drop I get out of it is going to die. I could also Force of Nature and just run him at the Doomsayer, but then of course the tree still dies. So I don't know how good that really is. I could Starfire her face. I could Starfire this guy and claw it as well. I think that's going to be my move. Hogger is not a bad flip. Alright, I'm at full health. She can't burn me down. I got a good 6-drop. I got all the time in the world to find my other Savage Roar. Then, pretty much as long as there's any other minion on the table, besides the ones I get from Force of Nature, the Savage Roar wins me the game. I can recycle away any taunts. Here she gets Sprint. So this is actually quite relevant. It means that if she has a Fan of Knives, it'll deal 2 damage across the board. Doubling the damage of spells is pretty good for Rogue, because they have a lot of spells. Like a Backstab would kill Hogger. She probably has a Backstab in this hand. She just plays a Head Drag, which is, I don't even care in the slightest. Alright, can I actually just win here with Force of Nature? That needs to be considered. So, Force of Nature. I don't have Savage Roar. I use the Hogger to kill that, so that's 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. I don't quite kill her, unfortunately. I could... I really don't have enough to kill her. 6 plus 5 is 11. Yeah. I could swipe this. Well, if I swipe... Actually, yeah, if I swipe this, I can get her up to 16. Alright, we're going to do this, because she can't kill me. I don't think, unless she has some crazy-ass combo. Oh, wait, if I Force a Nature, I don't get all my trees. Whoops. That was a mistake. Change of plans. Let's just recycle that. Nice. Yeah, the problem is when you play Force of Nature, you get your 6-drop first, which means if you have 4 minions on your side of the board, you actually don't get all your trees. Because the 4 goes... if you have 4 minions, it goes up to 5 after you cast Force of Nature, and there's only 2 more spaces left. But anyway, it doesn't matter here, because I've just got the board presence. She just, like, can't kill what I have. Assassinate is not nearly enough here. She got an unfortunately bad 5-drop. Head crack doesn't make a difference. And yeah. Okay, well, let's do one more game here. Oh no, I want to say well played. Whew. Let's do one more game. Yeah, so I think you can see the proof in the pudding there that when someone's not a druid, it's just completely not even fair. Of course, you might say, well, Papa Boris, that's logical. We don't know that if someone's not a druid, things are bad, just that if someone's a rogue, they get crushed by a druid, and that's true. If we see druid, we'll see, though, just how difficult it is to win. Druid? Ah ha ha ha. We're up against Eric, the cleverly named druid. I was playing against Ben earlier. I wonder if these guys know each other. So you're going to see, this is going to be a very tough game. In fact, I might get steamrolled. I'm not going to keep the bite. There's better removal. Wrath and Claw are both things I'd rather see. Same, actually, for swipe. Alright, well, this is good. So I traded a bite for a Wrath or a swipe. That's fine. I've seen some druids play badly, though, but even with them playing badly, they still end up doing really well against me and sometimes win. One popular move I see is the turn 1 Claw. This I don't recommend, because you do get a 1-drop, but it's just not meaningful enough to justify doing it. Getting an extra mana for the whole game is nice, converting that coin, making it permanent. Getting a couple of creatures start things off. He's got the Wrath. Well, I'm going to Wrath whatever he gets. Oh, no! What he gets does not die to Wrath. So I start off with a little bit of bad luck here. I guess I'll just Wild Growth again. This would actually have been a pretty good thing to have in my hand. Ah. Nat Pagal triggers. Alright, well that was a really good flip because it survived Wrath. And now things are just going to get worse and worse. Mark of the Wild being pretty good here. I'm going to have to swipe it and throw my Alchemist at it. I just don't see what else I'm going to do here. Got a bad 4-drop, just a 2-3. It's not very good, and I'm behind on cards. He's got 6 to my 5. I got Force of Nature, which can be card advantage. Can kill something. And I played Wild Growth twice, so that is something as well. This will take 2 out of my 3 trees. So he's lucky. He got to kill a 4-drop with Wrath, and I can't even kill his 2-drop with my Wrath. But I will use Force of Nature here to get a 6-drop and kill that. I don't think I want to use Swipe. I'd rather save the Swipe. We got the Beast, which is not great, unfortunately. There's a lot of stuff that will kill it, you know, pretty easily. And, you know, just because you keep getting minions for all your spells, 7 health, you know, goes by really, really fast. And then the opponent gets a 3-3, which is not insignificant. Alright, he's going to Nourish, which I'm not too upset about. And then he's going to Mark of the Wild this, try to get it to trade with my Beast. I'm A-okay with this. This turned out very well. Oh, I could even Starfire. That's actually better than Recycle, because Recycle takes out anything. I might as well do Starfire here. That does give him an armor, but I'm okay with that. Should I hit him for 9 and let him keep this minion? I think I will. With this Brawl, I think you do kind of want to angle yourself for burn potential. You've got your Savage Roar, Force of Nature stuff going on back there. So let's just make him, you know, let's make him deal with these things. Oh, he played Nourish for Mana Crystals. That was smart. That's exactly what he needed to do. He gets a pretty good drop, a 6-6. He's going to Claw this, perhaps. Oh, he's just going to Shapeshift. Well, had I hit the Armor Smith, he still would have killed it this turn because it would have had the 1 less health. So I'm pretty okay with how this went down. Okay. Let's think. Can I actually win right here? He's down to 7. Down to 3. Down to 0. Yep, I win. Always look for the win, kids. Always. Oh, I got a really good 4-drop, too. Always look for the win. Alright, how long is this video? 25 minutes? You guys want to do one more? Okay, we'll do one more, everybody. So, I don't think that Druid played badly. I think I just got lucky and won. That's all it is. I think I just got the lucky one that time. You know me, I'm happy to take credit for my pro plays all days, baby cakes. But I think that game I just had the better draw. It's possible that his deck wasn't built as good as mine, but you really can't screw it up too much. And I think I just had the removal for his stuff. He got some pretty good flips, like that Nat, which didn't die to Wrath, but I had the answers I needed, even though it wasn't the optimal ones. Now, he's a priest. This is the person I would say is like in the second stage of evolution in this brawl. The first stage is where you're just dicking around and you think any class is good. Ha ha ha, what a naive stage you are then. The second stage is when you realize that some classes are definitely better than others and that priest is pretty good because he has lots of playable spells. But I think the final stage is the realization that Druid really is just the best. Now, priests do have some cool stuff. Thought Steal is very strong. Mind Vision's a nice playable thing that you get. But I really just don't think it's quite as good as Druid. Now, that's not to say I am going to win this game. I wouldn't go that far. I think that priests, with a bit of luck, can definitely beat Druids. It's not like being a rogue or something. But definitely it's going to be a struggle. Alright, so he got a nice quick start here. Should I coin into a Panther? Otherwise, it's a little bit passive, just sitting around here. Alright, let's do it. Let's match his 3 minions with my 3. Now, he gets to kill the target dummy with what he's got. I can kill his target dummy with what I've got, but if he has a Holy Smite or a Shadow Word Pain, everything is ruined. And I've got nothing to do next turn except Shapeshift, which is actually kind of uncommon for this deck. Between the Wrath, the Wild Growths, the Claws, and the Innervates, it's actually quite unlikely to have nothing to do on turn 2. Oh, he's playing with Inner Fire. Well, I don't exactly agree with that decision, but it's going to work for him. He's going to get to kill my shit. Oh, he seriously has a Holy Smite too? I'm going to lose, unless I get Starfall real quick here. I mean, I'm at 2 friggin' mana dealing with a parade of little minions. Alright, Claw certainly helps. Not much, mind you, but it helps some. I don't even have, like, a swipe here. I don't have any of my good cards. This is actually kind of insane how unlucky the draw is. And that's not just me being salty over losing to a priest after trash-talking him. Like I said, priests have a decent chance. They're second best. But he had a really good start with that Mind Vision coin. The Inner Fire worked out well for him, too. And I'm just behind here because I didn't get my Wild Growth. I don't have Swipe or anything. Alright, Wrath definitely needs to happen. I guess I might as well get the card. Try to increase my odds of finding a Swipe or a Starfall here. Starfire, that's the wrong star card, unfortunately. A lot of these cards would really solve all my issues. It's just that, there's Shadow Word Pain, so I don't get any healing. I just really need Swipe or Starfall before I lose too much health and it's just too late. Bite, unfortunately, does not quite kill this Warbot. I'd probably bite and kill the Cruel Taskmaster. Recycle, not exactly what I need. Alright, well, let's get some health. Big Dumb Beast is... You know what? I just gotta hit that thing. So that everything is ready to die to Starfall or Starfire. I feel like this deck is just primed to give me one of those mass removal spells that will solve all my problems. Force of Nature obviously also kills off most of his stuff. He's gonna heal that up. Well, he's got a full board here of stuff that dies to Starfall if I could just get it. Even a Swipe would be fine. Big Dumb Beast is okay because he just used Shadow Word Pain. He's going to whack it a couple times. He's going to clear a minion out so that he can play a spell and get a card off of it. Looks like he is. Oh, he's just going to straight up run all of his minions at it. Alright, fair enough. I'll take it. I will take it. I should have bitten that Cruel Taskmaster, though. If I lose, it's because I chose the wrong thing to bite. I should have just killed it when I had the chance. I can't Force of Nature because I don't have any Innervates here. Wild Growth, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Well, let's go for the Growth. This is actually not bad. And let's play Mark of Nature. Oh, Magma Rager? Seriously? Well. So I'll heal up a little bit. Oh, he's actually going to kill this in one hit because he gets to heal the Warbot, and then this thing grows up to be a 7 power. I forgot about that. Whoops! Well, should have probably put the attack on it so it would have traded with something rather than just dying and doing nothing. So that's another mistake. Oh, jeez. What is this? Shadow Word Death? Nope, he's got the good answer to it. Oh, my lord. He got a Northshire Cleric. I, funnily enough, could still be fine here if I would just get that damn swipe or Starfire. Not Starfire, Starfall, begging your pardons. Oh boy, this is getting ugly. So now I have to throw 2 of my 3 trees at it to kill it. I could also recycle it, I guess. Oh my god. What minions of mine have died this game? I don't think I want to do that. So this guy is going to give him whatever I play, unfortunately. So there's really nothing I can do about it. I just have to embrace the chaos, I think. Too bad I don't have any 1-mana spells for these random mechs that aren't even actually good. So we gotta kill this menace. And let's kill off that thing. Oh man, this I just lost to. I mean, just like I won against the Druid because I was lucky, I lost to this priest because I was unlucky. I just didn't have the cards I needed. Now it's too late. Now he's got Force of Nature, but the saving grace is that most of those trees won't fit on the table. He will just get the 6-drop, but he won't get the actual benefit of the trees unless he sacrifices his stuff first, which I'm okay with. I could like go for Resurrect and Healing Touch. I can't fill up his hand. He's actually played enough of his card that I can't fill up his hand, which would let me then play things with impunity. I definitely don't want to play this, because if he got to play this, that would be a total disaster. Felon's Chosen. Things just keep getting worse and worse. Well, my guy is going to die, I think. Oh, is he going to go for my face? Man. Thoughtsteal. Oh my lord. Well, I'm in a lot of trouble here. Starfall. Does it actually do anything for me at this point? Sure. Let's play it. Let's see what the hell happens. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Hang on. If I have Velen's Chosen, then, oh my god, I screwed up. Oh, I'm so bad at this game. I could have Velen's Chosen first, and that would have dealt a lot more damage to everything. Of course, do I even want a Starfall? This thing would get so big if I Starfalled. Probably don't actually want a Starfall, do I? This thing would get huge. Oh, fuck. Alright. We'll do that. Kill that thing. Healing. Oh, I'm actually gonna. I'm actually just gonna lose because of that hawk. Yeah, I'm fucked. Starfall came too late, so he's got 5, 7, 8, 10, 11 damage. Yeah, it's over. Shoot! Starfall was too late. It's too damn late. Oh, actually, every one of his 1-mana minions. I think he can win if he just sacrifices these. He's smart. Ah, oh, fuck. I want to rematch against this guy. That was so terrible. So... oh, man. Something's stuck in my throat. Life's great. Losing to priests. Okay. Yeah, I get that he knows that he wins now. Concede. Concede! Do we seriously... There we go. Well, we can't end there. Oh, man, I would give anything to play Morgan again. Come on, Morgan. Let's get back into it. Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it. I am bitter. And bitterness makes victory taste sweeter. Aristotle said that. So, who am I to argue? Well, that sucked. I got pretty unlucky draws. But, you know, you could see that even with him having about everything he could have possibly asked for in his opening draw, as well as the things that he flipped, I still hung on for quite a while and could have actually been okay if I had just gotten Starfall or Starfire. Not Starfall or Starfire. Starfall or Swipe in a reasonable time frame. Alright, we didn't get the same one. We're not against Morgan, but we are up against the Dean. So little do you know it, the Dean, but you are going to pay for the sins of someone you don't even know with the epic beating I'm about to bring onto you. And I know after I lose this game, I'm going to look really dumb because I'm like, oh, Druids are the best guys. And then I lose 2 priests in a row after trash talking the second one like crazy. But it's going to happen. So we got our Force of Nature Roar combo a little early. I'm not going to hold out hope for this. I'm just going to use this as removal. Unfortunately, I didn't get Wild Growth or Power of the Wild, which I could have played on the empty board. So the fact that I just had to Shapeshift there kind of sucks. He's going to get a 3-drop out of here. Lucky it's not a dummy. Actually gives me a chance of killing it. Unfortunately, this does not die to Savage Roar. Nor does it die to Claw Shapeshift. Damn it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hit this thing anyway, because I have to do something. But these draws have actually been wildly terrible for some reason. Alright, he got a Mark of the Wild off of his Thought Steal. Again, I don't have Swipe or Starfall. And he's going to Light of the Naru that thing to heal it back up, which gives him a... Oh my god, am I going to lose to another goddamn priest? It's going to happen again.
What's wrong with the priest?
Well, they're just not... honey, they're just not the best in this particular brawl, so I'm expecting to win.
Honey?
Honey. Alright, we're going to do it. We're going to Innervate Shapeshift. No, can't do that. I'll Savage Roar Force of Nature on turn 7 with Innervate. Oh my god, he actually got a Soul of the Forest off of Thought Steal. You have got to be goddamn kidding me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going to lose this because he got Thought Steal and got like 2 perfect cards. I hate everything. Do I Nourish here? I think if I Nourish, that's just basically like conceding. He's got way too much board presence. For Force of Nature, though, I have to play Innervate, which would suck. Oh, my god. Alright, cards aren't going to do me any good. So, I just have to go for the crystals. And hope that I can, like, play some really expensive stuff and catch back up. I cannot believe he thought stole Soul of the Forest. I literally can't believe it. I, like, think it didn't happen. I must be dreaming. Oh, Shadowword Pain. Oh, man. Is there anything that could save me here? I mean, if I got Force of Nature and I top deck Soul of the Forest, I could play both with Innervate, and then my trees would come back. No, I'm just gonna lose. Starfall? Okay, hang on, before we go crazy here. I need to try to get every advantage that I can out of this situation. So I have to Savage Roar first. Hit this thing to pop out its tree, and then play the tree. This is just terrible. Actually, for 5 mana, a 4/5, you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll take it. It's definitely not the worst thing. Like a, what is it? Like a thing like the Antique Healbot was definitely worse. I'm really far behind here on health. Man, I've tried playing Priest. It's just, like, terrible. Every time a Druid came up, I would just get totally crushed. She gets a tree back.
You just don't know how to play a priest.
Maybe. Maybe I just don't know how it's done. Alright, so he's gonna use Shadow Madness to kill that off. He gets the best possible 4-drop, which sucks, because I can't kill it with Swipe. I could recycle it. Doesn't seem great. I think we have to do this. Just gotta hope he doesn't have Shadow Word Death. This is actually a really good thing to get. I'm gonna whack that. Do I Innervate Swipe to kill his Berserker? I think I gotta do it. I just gotta get some stuff on the table here. Certainly, it wasn't ideal, but I had to go for it here. Now, we got a really good 6-drop. This could be my saving grace. I have more 6-drops on the way. I've got a low health total, but priests aren't the best at burning. So, I'm hoping, against all hope, I can actually catch back up here. The Dean. Gotta do it. Gotta win this game to back up my claims. That almost rhymed. I could be a rapper. What does he have? 6 cards? He's got a big card advantage. Mass Dispel. Ouch! Ouch! I lose the respawn on this, the taunt there. He gets to kill this off. Oh, man alive. Well, luckily I still got this elemental. Soul of the Forest, that's really, really good. Okay, so we're going to play Force of Nature. Get my High Man back. Play Soul of the Forest. Okay. Then we kill like that, like that, like that, and like that. Alright, I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. So I've got this, which comes back with a tree and some hyenas. Alright, she's going to steal this. I'm honestly fine with that because I can recycle it and stop the tree from coming back. Or I could just kill it. Maybe I don't even care about the tree. Do I care about... I don't care about the tree. I'm just going to Starfire that. Got another Soul of the Forest. Is that worth it? Yeah. Now, of course, if he gets his other Mass Dispel, I'm going to regret all my life choices. But I feel like this is fine. Alright, we're cooking now. We're cooking. So he needs his other Mass Dispel. It's pretty much the only thing. Mind Control is not good enough. He can't even play it anyway. But if he Mind Controlled, I have the Recycle for it. And we can start dealing some serious damage. What does he have? He's got a Light Bomb. Alright. So his thing dies. I get a bunch of trees back. And he doesn't have enough mana for Holy Nova. So I'm pretty content with how that went down. In general, I wouldn't play with Light Bomb in this brawl. I find that the fact that you're usually going to kill the thing you get doesn't quite justify what it gives you. Okay, now he has obviously got a Holy Nova. It sucks I didn't get anything I could play, although my board was filled anyway, so I couldn't have played anything regardless. He's got a Holy Nova here. I get a tree that comes back from the Inventor. I recycle his 5-drop. Oh, he gets to kill my tree. That sucks. Okay, whatever. I'm going to recycle this thing. And hope I get a good 6-drop. So the game's not over. He did manage to clear my epic board. But there's still hope. Innervate. I could actually play both recycles here. If I wanted to. Do I want to play the other recycle? That seems a bit greedy because I might need to use it after he Mind Controls. Wait, what am I talking about? If he Mind Controls, he's going to get a Sea Giant or Deathwing, so I need to recycle that. Would I rather just have a 6-drop to deal with it? Yeah, I think... What am I... Oh, no! Oh, my God. I'm terrible. I didn't need to... I shouldn't have shapeshifted then. I forgot to attack him as well. Oh, my God, I just screwed myself up. I should have Innervate recycled. Anyway, he has Holy Fire, so I'm not going to get to kill him. I wasted Innervate for no reason, except, I guess, unless you count Target Dummy or Reason. Here's where I do wish I had a second Nourish. That could actually help me catch up on cards. I need to actually Wrath just to get a card. I need to try to get as much advantage as I can here. So we're going to recycle that. I'm going to Mark of the Wild my crappiest creature. Get some damage going. Well, he's got 5 cards, but the problem is he, you know, for every spell of his that kills one of my things, he's actually playing with creatures, which is pretty much a mistake. Shadow Madness, that's good, though. Oh, God, I'm going to lose. God darn it. I almost made this back here, but unfortunately, now I'm just screwed. So we have to swipe that, which actually deals 5 damage, which is nice. I can't kill him. Is it worth trying to? What else? What other burn do I have back here? Ah, God. Alright, just gonna hit him. I don't think I can pull off a 4-star combo anymore, but I think it's my best chances just to go for his face with everything I've got. Damn everything. Oh, another Revelin's chosen. Well, ouch, ouch, ouch. I'm just edge ran out of cards. That's all I did. Gotta give him a well played, did a good job. I still think it's a mistake to play things like minions. I think that he just got lucky. But that happens sometimes in the crazy, crazy world of Tavern Brawl. So perhaps you watch this video and you don't believe me. You think that with those 2 Priest losses that maybe Priest is as good as Druid or even better. Personally, I've played Priest enough times against Druids to not think that, but that was certainly a showing that Priest is not a joke the way that, say, Rogue is. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone.